How long ago was it that the person was here that tried to order it?
Like an hour or two ago.
Oh, an hour or two ago?
Yeah.
Okay, because you know we don't want anything to happen to this guy. Okay, so let's buckle it in. It's all nice and safe now. So we just got a $36. I wasn't able to screenshot it, but I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you the phone too. $36 one combo meal from Raising Cane's. At Raising Cane's on Uber Eats, you have to order it and pay for it, which is a little black card, right? $36.03 for one Caniac combo. This can't be real. I'm gonna show you from beginning to end how you do these and what's happening here, because something doesn't seem right. Let's see. So there's Raising Cane's. Yeah, you order it. It doesn't take long at Raising Cane's to, you know, for them to make the kit. I mean, I might be in here for 5 minutes, but 36 bucks. Usually when I order, and it's very low miles, usually when I order is this low miles, that high pay, is usually an issue, but they're open, so that's a good thing. Let's see. Hi, how are you? I need a Caniac combo with extra toast and a large sweet tea. How long ago was it that the person was here that tried to order it?
Like an hour or two ago.
Oh, an hour or two ago?
Yeah.
I think it was a Caniac, no slaw, extra toast. Yeah.
Put it in real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Thanks. I'm gonna, yeah. When you've been doing this long enough, I know when to record a video when something seems a little fishy. 36 bucks for that low mileage one item on Uber Eats, it's always something. So as you heard in that video, the guy said a lady was here like an hour or so ago to try to make the same order and the card declined. So this order's been in the system several times. Other drivers probably either declined it or unassigned or just whatever, and they didn't reach out to Uber. And Uber wanted to ask me in the chat, as you're seeing here, or you already did, would you pay for this with your own money? We'll reimburse you 24 to 48 hours. I just go ahead and did it. It was 18 bucks and some change. So even if I don't get my money from Uber, and I should, and I'm doing this as a teaching training moment for you guys, I'm still gonna make 18 bucks. I want you to think about this for a second. If this order comes in 18 bucks for 2 miles, do you accept it? The answer for most of us should be yes. 18 bucks for 2 miles, that's a good order. That's if I don't get my reimbursement back. Does that make sense? But I should make still 36 bucks. Now, I could have canceled this order and made $0, or I can pay for it my own, take a little small risk that I'll only make 18 bucks, netting 18 bucks. What would you have done in this situation? I have no problem doing this. Now, if it's paying, you know, if it was only paying 20 bucks, I'm not going to do that, because then I'm only making possibly $2. But the 36, and I'll show you guys after we drop this off if there's a tip, if there isn't a tip, who knows? It's interesting though. There's some issues with the card, basically. So the guy doesn't have the money on his card, or there's a system error. Could be either of those. Doesn't really matter. But what do you do in this situation if this happens? This is a little training moment. I'll show you guys the end result. This order's delicate, and let's go ahead and buckle it in, okay? Because, you know, we don't want anything to happen to this guy. Okay, so let's buckle it in. It's all nice and safe now. All right, so I'm gonna drive with you guys to show you. It says it's 7 minutes. There's no address being shown. It's probably gonna be a little bit less than that, but okay. So once again, what do you do in this, you know, situation? I've had this happen on Instacart, DoorDash several years ago, and I recorded it, and DoorDash reimbursed. They had me upload the thing. I had to call support. You upload a picture, and I got my money like right away. Uber's telling me 24 to 48 hours. It'll probably be sooner than that, and it'll probably come in as some type of adjustment. Now, when I went, after I ordered it and paid, it asked me, are you using your black card today? And I took a screenshot, a screen recording, and I said, I clicked no. Usually we're gonna click yes, and then it prompts, you know, I click no. So, you know what? I wonder, hold on a second. I wonder, I placed the order This could be a teaching moment too. This is good because you guys can tell me no in the comment section. I placed the order before hitting that option. Maybe because I didn't hit anything, no money was loaded onto the card through the system. Does that make sense? That could be it. That could be it. I'm being transparent here, right? Because that could be it. Although at other places, no, that might be it. Because I don't do a lot of order and pays with the Uber Eats at a restaurant. I've done it at like other retailers. And when you get to that point, you know, but with having to order it, I think that might be it. And the other delivery driver might not have known that. That could be it. And that's why they had the yes and no option within the app. Because if you hit no, then you pay on your own or whatever. And then they had me take a picture and type the amount in. That could be it. And you guys tell me in the comment section. This is we learn here. But that might be it. When you go to hit yes or no, when you hit yes, maybe that's when it prompts that, okay, he's using the card, let's load the money. Because it declined. I'm not saying that's it, but that's possible. Because that could be it. And actually, I think I had an issue a couple of months back at the same Raising Cane's with Uber Eats. And there was an issue. It might just be that you have to actually hit all the steps. You can't order it yet and pay. You got to like get to that point. That might be it. I might have just figured out the whole thing in this video. I don't know. I'm doing this in real time with you guys. But even still, if you don't get to that process point, you can pay with your own card if you want. Now, these are extraordinary circumstances because most orders aren't going to pay $36 for 2 miles. That's what this is, okay? Or almost 3 miles, actually. Most aren't going to pay that. They're just not. But I make these videos every once in a while when I see something that happens to me, and it's still sending me orders. Look at this. It's trash. Oh, my God. Almost accepted it. So most orders aren't going to come in like that, but when they do, if the dollar amount's that high, and there's always usually going to be because somebody else declined it, or multiple drivers didn't want to do it, or there was a system error, or a card decline, or maybe it's a Uber Eats driver error. Hey, I didn't finish the process within the app of saying, are you using the card, yes or no? Because when I do like a Target Uber Eats, I did one today, you have to, after you're done shopping and scanning the items, you have to do that before you can get to the checkout. With this, I can look at the items I'm ordering before having to say, are you using your card today? Same with Walgreens, you have to scan items within the app. So for those of you guys out there that are running into these problems at a Raising Cane's or other retailers, it might just be that you have to hit you're using the card before you actually try to process the payment, because it's possibly that's why we're getting declines. And that driver earlier might have lost out on an opportunity by not knowing that. And if they don't know it and I didn't know it and didn't realize it, because we don't do a lot of these, you watching out there might not realize it either. That's why it might be helpful. Let's drop this thing off to this guy, because Mike apparently has been waiting at least an hour and a half for this food. An interesting thing though, why wouldn't the support agent tell me the step, like, hey, did you hit that you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? They said it was some kind of error, like they knew about it. It could be that too. I'm not saying I solved why we had these issues with declines, but there might have been something there. But why wouldn't the agent have said something? And why did it take, the guy said it was like literally like an hour and a half ago. Why would it be that long? You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, if there's that many different drivers going in trying to facilitate this order and then running into the declined speed bump or whatever, seems a little weird. Or he might have ordered it, it got canceled, and then he ordered it again because he really wanted it. That could be possible. I also know there are times with Raising Cane's, their menu prices don't match the website sometimes. So if it's off, like they've raised their prices, this could be it as well. We're doing this together. We're talking through these scenarios together, right? And I look to you guys for insight in the comment section, because a lot of you guys have been doing this or do it more often than I do, and you might have some insight. Now listen, when these companies raise prices within the store, the brick and mortar store, if it doesn't match the pricing that might have been from last year, 6 months ago, 2 years ago, that Uber Eats has in their system, the order total's higher, right? The funds don't become available. You get the decline because instead of the customer thought they're paying $14, this was 18 bucks, right? So because of that discrepancy, you get a decline. It happens on Instacart, it happens on DoorDash, it happens on Uber Eats. That could also might possibly be the reason. Because this was a caniac meal with no extra sauce, no extra anything. A regular drink for 18 bucks. That seems excessive for some bland chicken fingers. And that's exactly what it is. Raising Cane's is extremely overrated. Anyways, I'm rambling, but I like to talk these things through with you guys to see your perspective. And for me, I'm doing it because I'm making $18 minimum either way, right? It's not, you see, that's still a good amount for the mileage and the time, right? And that was fast. They made it, it was extremely quick, like very, very fast. So once again, learning, training, experience, perspective. Now, when you run into these scenarios, if the valuation is worth it for you, even if you're going to take the loss, if you don't get reimbursed, which I feel very confident we will, still worth the time and money. Oh, and this is a meet at door. I think I can show this. Yeah, I can show this without showing the address. Meet at door. So I'm going to meet it at the door. I wonder if this guy's going to say anything, if he's, I'm not going to tell him. I'm not going to give him some sob story and be like, you owe me money. No, I'm not going to do that. That's not right. But if you ask me what happened, I'll tell him. But I'm not going to like ruin this guy's day. I'm just going to say, hey, man, give him his food. Boom, boom. If he's got questions, I'll answer them. But I'm not going to like make it into a bigger deal than it needs to. I'm not going to shame him or ask questions about why the card got declined, because it might not be his problem. All right, we're here. That was an easy drive. No traffic. Let's go ahead and give Mike his chicken strips with extra toast, no slaw, sweet tea, and some crinkle fries, and hopefully he can enjoy the rest of his day. He is waiting outside. I'm not going to film him though, but let's go ahead and drop it off. I have more information because the guy he wanted to talk about it. He had a look on his face, I could tell. Okay, so check it out. Let's drop this off real quick, or let's deliver it. I was talking to him for about a minute or two. Confirm delivery, complete delivery. I'll show you guys the payout. Okay, so he ordered this at 11:30. It's 1:23 St. Louis time. That's 3 hours ago. He ordered it at 11:30. I'm going to turn this off. He ordered it at 11:30. Driver showed up at 12:20, he said, saying there were some kind of issues with Raising Cane's system. So it might be what I said earlier, the yes, no, which payment, but I think there's a bigger issue. He got the order. He didn't order it again, and then he just got this one. So there's something that the system itself with Uber Eats and Raising Cane's thought it was still needing to be delivered. So he got another order. He said he didn't order it, so hopefully he doesn't get charged twice. He said, I'm stuffed. I'm going to throw this in the fridge for tomorrow. I said, hey, man, yeah, great. Hopefully they don't charge you again. Super nice guy. I'll pull over. We'll just look at the breakdown here, okay, and see what this is saying. It's interesting, super nice guy. I'm glad, he was very chill. Okay, so the last trip, okay, look at this. Look at that guy. Look at that right there. 11:19 is when he ordered it. You see that? 11:19. I'll put some screenshots here. That's when this order and pay 11:19. It's 1:25. So right now I got $30.45. So I actually have gotten all the money. The order came in at 36.03. You see that? So he left the tip. The tip will come in. I don't know what happened with the other driver. Maybe they got paid less money, but the system thought this order was still around since 11:19. That's why it's $30.45 in base pay. Now, I had to pay $18 out of my own pocket, right? So I'm not sure I should get the 18. I'll get the 18 back, but that's going to be on a separate adjustment transaction. So I'm still making 36.03. Like 36.03 is what I'm making on this run. Interesting. Some system glitches sometimes work in your favor as a driver if you know how to handle them. If you can just breathe, not get frustrated, and just cancel, it can work in your favor, right? So yeah, that's kind of wild. I'll reach out to support. Probably I'll give them a couple days. I should see the adjustment. If I don't, I'll call them. I have a receipt. I feel very confident, pretty confident that I should get the $18 back. Okay, we'll keep this receipt. We'll tuck it right here for safekeepings. And yeah, that's crazy. $36 order from beginning to end. I mean, it's about 20 minutes from beginning to end. That's good money. I'll take it. I could have gotten frustrated, not knowing what to do, and be like, oh, I'm not doing all this, and then I would have made no money. So I want to take that from this. This is a learning lesson. Sometimes you got to look at the scenario, the money, and say, hold up, how much? Now, if this would have been a huge order, 80, 90 bucks, I'm probably not going to do that. But I weighed the risk versus reward. And at the end of the day, like I said earlier, I said it a few times, worst case scenario is I made 18 bucks in 20 minutes. Best case scenario, I keep the order, I make 36 in 20 minutes, and I'll get reimbursed for the 18 I spent out of my pocket. See you guys in the next video. Please drop some comments. What do you think? How would you have handled it? Did I handle it correctly? Should I have moved on? Am I putting too much trust in the Uber Eats app? Should I, next time, do we need to start the process of saying what I'm paying for before I order it and try to pay? Could be that. But there were some bigger outlying issues based on the information we got from him and the worker. So I'm not sure it's the, are you using your card, yes or no kind of thing. I think it's something else, but I'm not 100%. I love y'all. I just want to make this quick video. It's actually a lot longer than it needs to be, but hey, that's what you get. Peace. Oh, I got to put this edit in at the end. I just looked at the order balance. Now it says $48.89. Do you see the $18.44? So yeah, we got the money back. Now we didn't make the 18 because I had to pay, but it's already sitting in there. Trip balance 48. So I bet if I go to my earnings tab, it's probably going to be in there, and I'll show you guys this in real time. There should be some kind of adjustment or something, I would think. Breakdown. See earnings activity. I don't see it in there yet. But it doesn't mean it's not in there. I don't see that yet. And they actually changed some things in here. Like how you look at your money. They changed it. Anyways, it's in the system. I'll get the 18 bucks back. Have a great week.